What's going on, guys? This is the Crypto Kings, one of the two kings, and today we'll be going over Cardano, also known as ADA, or as I like to call it, ADA. And if you don't know what Cardano is a proof of stake, decentralized open source blockchain system that features its own cryptocurrency, ADA. ADA works as a platform for numerous other cryptocurrencies, as well as the execution of decentralized smart contracts. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is around 37,500 at the time of this recording. So, you're going to see some red in the market. It was up to, let's actually check Bitcoin out. Bitcoin was up to 40,000, 45, 40,005, 40,007 on the day. So, you seen some green earlier in the day. Starting to see more red now. But it's holding strong around that $37,000 to $40,000 range. So if it keeps moving sideways like this, you're gonna keep seeing coins shoot up, and Cardano has done just that. Cardano is down on from the Bitcoin crash, but it dropped down to $1. Came back up. Cardano's holding strong. And that's what we love to see, especially when there's just so much big news coming out around Cardano. And they call it the Ethereum killer, but I hate to say it, but eventually it will surpass Ethereum in price, utility, and overall usage, with it having cheaper gas fees and better scalability. Cardano is going to be a monster in the crypto world. So let's actually look at what Cardano is for those of you that are new to crypto. Cardano is a groundbreaking proof-of-stake blockchain network. It is being developed into a decentralized application with a multi-asset ledger and verifiable smart contracts, just like Ethereum. Built with the rigor of high assurance formal development methods, Cardano aims to achieve the scalability, interoperability, and sustainability needed for real-world applications. Cardano is designed to be the platform of choice for the large-scale, mission-critical dApps that will underpin the economy of the future. So like Ethereum, Cardano is currently working on smart contracts, and its gas fees are much cheaper than Ethereum's. Its processing speed is much faster than Ethereum's. I believe that Cardano can do 1 million transactions per second, while Ethereum can only do somewhere between 1,000 to 3,000. So Cardano is a monster. And we're actually going to look at Cardano Twitter. And today we officially reached 1 million ADA wallets. This is a great milestone to reach 1 million Cardano wallets, ADA wallets. So that's big news in the crypto space. If you scroll down here, Cardano, when they're fully operable with the smart contracts, it's called the Goguen mainnet, and the Alonzo testnet will be before the mainnet. When all of this is up and running, they will be able to convert ERC20 tokens, which are the tokens that run on Ethereum's platform. They will be able to convert over to Cardano's network. So, like a coin, let me give you an example. Let's see an Ethereum token. I believe IOTA is an Ethereum token. No, IOTA is a Ethereum competitor. Well, Uniswap, for example, is an Ethereum token. If they didn't like how Ethereum's fees were and what Ethereum had going for it, they would probably switch to Cardano, which I believe eventually a lot of Ethereum tokens will do. So to continue on with speaking about Cardano, I want to get into the next 90 days and what they mean for Cardano. And this is a video that the Cardano creator Charles Hoskinson recently made. It came out on the 24th. It's 22 minutes long. You can give it a look, but here's the breakdown of it. And also, let me state before we continue on, Cardano is a proof of stake coin. It is not proof of work like Bitcoin. It does not require machinery to mine it. It is mined absolutely virtually through the computer. So it doesn't require nearly as much energy consumption as coins like Bitcoin and Ethereum, which Ethereum is working on switching over to version 2, but they have yet to do so completely. And once Ethereum officially switches over to version 2, they will be fully proof of stake instead of proof of work, but this process will take 2 years for them to switch over. In the next couple of months, we have the Alonzo coming up, and smart contracts will be coming out on the Alonzo. Cardano aims to launch the hard fork Alonzo, enabling the developers to build smart contracts on its blockchain. Hoskinson considers it the ideal model for smart contracts after researching it for 4 years and undertaking numerous developmental efforts. Initially, the Pioneer testnet would be launched for 2 months and feature freeze at the end of June, enabling it to develop smart contracts on the mainnet. Cardano has also decided to launch Plutus Pioneer program, which gives training to over 1,000 developers interested in designing dApps on Cardano. What the future holds for Cardano, I'm going to go over this. Cardano aims to have the NFT marketplaces, DEXs, stablecoins, and oracles, which are easy to replicate and are in the formalization stage. It also has a project with runtime verification that is writing all the blueprints for DeFi primitives on Cardano like Uniswap, SushiSwap, etc. These will be faster, better, cheaper, and more predictable than those on Ethereum, as claimed by Hoskinson. Cardano has $250 million available for funding, about 100 to 200 ventures in the next 3 months for dApps, including migrations. And this is just talking about Ethereum projects will be able to fully migrate over to Cardano within 6 months. And it's just so much coming up for Cardano. If you get in now, it's just a great price. I have one more bit of news for you guys. This is from today. Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson was on Yahoo Finance earlier today. I'll just play a bit of this clip so you can hear what he has to say. He's a brilliant mind in the crypto space.
Earlier this year, in a wide-ranging interview with us, we asked Cardano founder and former Ethereum co-founder as well, Charles Hoskinson, about that, Cardano's and how he's been looking to big names in tech like Mark Cuban to potentially gain traction. Take a listen.
Yeah, I look at it like technology. Back in the 19th century with the Industrial Revolution, they had originally wood powering steam engines, and they were clear-cutting all the forests of Europe. So if that trend continued, it would have been an ecological disaster. But then they found better fuel sources like coal and oil and so forth, and they were able to mitigate that. And so similarly, innovation gets you out of these situations. The goal of Bitcoin was really saying, hey, we want a decentralized settlement system, and we can teleport this digital gold anywhere in the world instantly. And that was revolutionary for 2009. Remember, now we're in a different place. We have millions of people floating around, thousands of academic papers, millions of lines of code, and an enormous amount of technological investment. And we've just simply moved on. We've innovated to a point where you don't need to clear cut those forests anymore. And unfortunately, the people in the Bitcoin space, some of them feel that there's only one truth, the wood-powered steam engine. But what's nice is that there's a big pivot. If you look at Bitcoin dominance, I think it's around 47, 46%. So altcoins at this point are worth more collectively than Bitcoin is. And there's a lot of institutional money that's leaving proof of work coins and it's going into greener alternatives, not just because they're more energy efficient, but because a lot of them do more. They support
Yeah.
contracts, they have identity, they have metadata. And these are the bread and butter if you actually want to do real financial applications that are regulated and actually global.
Yeah, and Charles, when it comes to how Cardano fits into that mix, right? We've talked a lot about it being an Ethereum killer, so-called Ethereum killer, for a while. When we talk about the technology that it offers, I know you also chatted with Mark Cuban about potentially being the platform that he could look to. I mean, what is it that sets Cardano apart that you've been stressing to some bigger names like him?
Yeah, well, it's interesting about Mark Cuban in particular. We both didn't know that we were already talking to each other. So he has this NFT marketplace that he's been building, and our people were talking to his people about an MOU for integration. And I had no idea that they were talking. He had no idea. So after we had a Twitter spat going back and forth about Cardano, he actually got personally involved in those negotiations. But I think we came to terms on something. But in general, everybody's just trying to understand this. I mean, you have waves of adoption, and I've been in the space for a really long time and kind of a weird guy, which is why I have the samurai armor and so forth. But now mainstream real people are coming into the space and they're trying to figure out, well, what can I do with this? So how do I do lending? How do I do insurance? How do I do payments? And why are these things better than the conventional legacy systems? And usually it breaks down saying you have fast finality, you have global settlement, you have significantly lower cost structures. It's easier to scale things down. So for example, micro IPOs, so you can IPO small scale firms, not just $100 million, $200 million deals and so forth. And the reason we built Cardano was that we wanted to build a collection of protocols that could do all of these things specifically for the developing world, because we saw Africa growing at 10, 15% per year and Southeast Asia growing at similar paces, and do that for some of the poorest people around who over the next 30 to 50 years will build up wealth, and they could be in a completely alternative system that has built into it everything. It has governance built in, it has compliance built in, and so forth. And these are the kinds of conversations we have, and we've seen not only us tremendous growth, but we've seen the industry as a whole have tremendous growth, and actually government adoption is pretty remarkable.
In the short term, though, I mean, when you point to projects being built on Cardano now, or those, I think the protocol as you laid.
You can't go around saying that the kings did not try to warn you. Because when this thing is way above $100, you'll be like, man, I should have listened to the kings. Thank you for tuning in to our video today, and have a blessed day. Make sure you guys follow our other social media pages, Crypto Kings 316. Please, do what's right. You need to become a king and be in that top 1% in the next 10 years. Oh, and remember, we're not financial advisors. We just advise ourselves financially. Crypto Kings out.